Hey, loves.
Welcome to Sierra and Ryan.
Talk the talk. Sierra and Ryan Talk the Talk is all about putting book talkers like you at the center of the story.
And we're here to find out all about your main character moments. And you're going to give it up to the two of us. This is Ryan at Rye_Brary. And my incredible co host is.
Sierra at cc.b.reading on TikTok as well. Ryan and I are both book talkers who are part of this community, and we just want to know you guys, get to know other book talkers and what makes them just so amazing. And
So
today,
true. Today.
today we have Deeqy from Books and Vance,
So
who I
cool.
love.
I
my
know.
my fellow hater, and in terms of we love to hate.
Okay. Okay. Yes. And I think said I'm a hater first, which just makes me laugh. So there was like a couple videos she said, I'm a hater first. It's like, you
I
better
felt that
go.
in my soul. I am so excited to talk to her.
I am too. Coming from across the pond, so I think
Yes.
this is our first international guest, which feels really exciting to me.
I can't believe we did it. We first of all, we're on three different time zones, which is insane. I don't know how we're doing. I don't know how we're doing. I don't know how we're doing what witchery is going on, but I'm with it. But I'm
It
just so
is
excited
early
to see
here,
her.
so we're coughing out, okay?
Yes, yes, yes. I am up by peanut butter and water, so really doing the best I can here. Yes.
That sounds like a healthy
But
option. Is that who
I'm
told you that?
so
CrossFit?
excited to talk to her about like book icks and her research on the same five book thing that's been going on TikTok. So, yeah.
True. Always has really good, just honest posts about what you should be posting and what you shouldn't.
Hmm.
In what communities, Black Readers Collective has been a really cool one, and they have just been so great for the community to have that outlet, but also for allies to kind of just view and get. Through Black History Month, there were a lot of really good posts on both Deeqy's personal page and Black Readers Collective of like, hey,
Yes.
let's not just talk about all this trauma. Here's all
Hmm.
of this that you can talk about instead. Hey, that book is not written by a Black person. We should probably look at this one instead. And so
Yeah.
there's been a lot of that. Really, I think it's important for both sides of those communities to see that, and that's I think been really good.
Yeah. I can't wait. And she's really funny, so I really can't
Yeah,
wait to see her in action as well.
I know.
With
Do
that
you think
being
you're
said,
ready?
friend, are we ready to have a talk?
I think it's time we talk the talk.
Hey everyone, we are back with our beautiful guest for today, Deeqy over at Books and Bands. Hello, love.
Welcome,
Hi, how you
welcome.
guys? How you guys doing?
First of all, welcome. Happy Ramadan Mubarak. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Mubarak, yeah.
Ramadan
Mubarak.
Mubarak.
Yes, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. We are so happy to have you. Very, very excited. We've
Yep.
been wanting to have you on the show for a while. So, quick rundown. You have 6,000, almost 6,300 followers, which is
Yes.
amazing, by the way.
Surreal.
Oh my God.
Every
Yes. And I
day.
have like a list of how's how is that for you?
It's so surreal. Every day I look at it, I'm like, people want to hear me talk. I, damn, my friends tell me to shut up, and people actually want to hear me. Wow, amazing.
You're
It
on
is
the perfect
amazing.
platform for people to want to hear you talk. So, yes, welcome to the
Absolutely.
show.
And this is not your original account. I saw that this is like
Yeah.
your first account. I think it got cut and you've been back since August of last year, right?
Yeah, so my old account, Deeqy Reads RIP, it was banned by TikTok. I don't know why. It said because I was underage. I I just said okay. I left it. But
Interesting.
I think yeah, I don't know. TikTok's so weird.
had saw. I was like, I remember seeing you
Yes.
on, and I was like, did she have a different TikTok name? And that makes so much sense now because
Yep.
I'd
Yeah.
seen you before on another page. I'm like, is this the same person? So
No.
I want to get right into it. Okay, because I did
Okay.
some research, going through the videos, figuring out who you are. And the most recent video that you made, which I loved, which is books that made you feel absolutely nothing. Yes?
Yes. Sometimes you just read and you have no emotions. It's nothing. It gives
How
you
has the
absolutely
response
nothing.
been?
It's been pretty
How's
good.
the response been to that video? I'm sorry,
It's
go
been
ahead.
pretty good, but I thought it was gonna be like not well received. I thought people would be like, "Oh my god, how dare you not feel something about that book?" Thankfully, I have a lot of people who understand that I'm a hater first, so it's okay.
That's so true. There was one thing that you said about the hating game in a video. You said this isn't a romance. It's grounds for a restraining order. I was like,
It is. Have you guys read The Hating Game?
I haven't because
I
everyone
did.
I see talk about it is like it's a terrible book. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to waste my time.
Yeah, it
It's
didn't do
so
it for me.
bad. I know I talk about it a lot, but he paints his room the same color as her eyes the week they meet.
What?
That is a
The week
stalker.
that they meet, he
That
and
that's I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. I don't
literally,
like it. I don't
and
like
it's
it.
and it's
I
like
don't like it.
it's like this romantic just like gesture, and I'm just like, I would run the other way. You would see like a hole of just my like body in the wall, like cartoon style. That no, ill.
Mm, my
So I want
gosh.
to ask, why books? Why did you want to start a book talk or start another one? Especially after having your first one
It's
taken down. What's the inspiration behind that?
See, I before I like had a book talk, I was like a casual observer, but I used to talk about books on my Snapchat with my friends, and like they found me kind of funny. They were like, "Oh my god, that's hilarious." I remember before I had a book talk, I had read The Hating Game, and I was reacting to it on my Snapchat, and they absolutely loved it. And I was like, "Hey, maybe like book talk's a thing. Maybe I should like do it on a platform and see if other people react well to it." And thankfully they did. Like, thankfully they didn't boo me off the platform, and I just started making it full time, having a good time.
Wow.
I love that.
I do too. What is it like on across the pond? Do you see the same? Because I would assume that the time differential really would affect what's coming across your For You page and who you're seeing based on when
Yeah.
they're posting. Because in America, they always put, like post Tuesday at 7 a.m. And so that ends
Yeah.
up being like 3 or 4 p.m., I think, your time. Do you find that
Exactly.
you're seeing a lot of the same creators?
Yeah, I thankfully I am always awake, so I see both British and American book talkers, so it's always great. I see like a vast majority. I There's so many British creators that just are not known outside of Britain, and it's like they're amazing. Everyone should know about them.
I bet.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I get a wide variety, and like it's so amazing to see how different the book recs are from Britain to the US, because they're so like usually they're so different.
Okay, can you
Interesting.
like explain because is it more because I'm assuming it's more like romance on in America. Is it a little bit more like
Yeah, here
buttoned
it's
up?
so yeah. We have the literary fiction girlies. They are holding it down always, with their sad girl recs, and we have a couple of like high fantasy people. But in America, it's usually like smut talk and spice talk. Uh, but we get a lot less
America
of that
would.
here.
Of course, America embarrassing us. Way to go. Way to go, America.
Deeqy, who are some of your favorite British book talkers? Do you have any faves you can shout out for the people to follow?
Yeah, I have so many. Lola's books. Lola recommends me most of my books, and I absolutely love her. Kemi and Basayo at Compulsive Book Buyers. Elle at
Those, I
Reading.
love them. Yeah.
They are amazing. And there's
Hmm.
just so many. Like, if I interact with you a lot, please know I just forgot you. I'm sorry, but I love you all the same.
It's okay. We put you on the
Love
spot
that.
with that question.
Sure did.
So I want to ask you about Black Readers Collective because it's
Yes.
quite a diverse cast of you all. I know across several time zones. What's that
Literally,
been like, and how's that experience? How's that experience been for you?
it's amazing. Like when we were first starting it, I remember we had like a lot of ideas and we were like, how do we implement this? Like we want to go across loads of platforms. And it's just I didn't imagine it like I couldn't ever imagine it being what it is now, being like a space in which we're just like promoting black books and everybody's like kind of engaging with it. It's been like so well received and amazing, and like thanks so much to everyone who engages with that. Because at the time we were just like, hey, like there isn't a space where people just talk about black books, and like maybe we need to see that space and see and like let people know, hey, these are like there are some amazing black authors writing amazing black stories that don't just center around trauma, and we love showcasing that, and we it's always like a lot of fun as well. Like we have a group chat and we like talk a lot, and like we try to have meetings, but obviously we're so like across the world that it doesn't like
Yeah.
end up happening sometimes. But when we do, it's always great. Like it's an amazing cast of people with like different recommendations as well. Like we have Adanya, who's like African lit, Amivi, who is sapphic, black fantasy and romance, and Sarah, who's literary like fiction, at the book binge, and Greg, who's a lot of LGBT rec, and we absolutely love seeing like the diverse range that they bring to the team.
How did that all come together? What was the beginning of that? Did one person reach out to one and then that kind of web continued?
It started off how all things start off with controversy. Um, so,
Oh, we love it. Dish,
Yes,
dish,
yes,
dish.
yes.
so there was a point in summer where we were noticing that a lot of um people were saying, hey, like we don't know any black books that aren't just trauma based, and they were promoting this one book that was huge at the time that was just trauma, and they didn't put any kind of like trigger warnings, anything. It was just, hey, this is some cool drama that you should read. And it was um a lot of black creators were like, hey, that's not how you should be promoting that book. And we kind of like all kind of made videos about it, and we were like, hang on a minute, we're all black, let's just create a team where we promote books properly and do it in a way that's respectful and helps um, other black authors and creators um, with like with Rex and anything like that.
Yeah. Wow.
I imagine having an entity as such could open some interesting doors for you. Have you noticed maybe publishers reaching out to you or your fellow Black Reader Collective casts reaching out for like reviews or, press or anything like that?
Yeah, so like we've had a couple of authors reach out. Not any publishers yet. We're thinking of reaching out ourselves, and maybe building connections that way. But we have indie authors reach out all the time, and we want to like start showcasing that more on our page, because indie authors are the backbone of book talk, let's be real. And we love there's like so many that we love that we want to work with, and we're just sort of looking to reach out, and I can't wait to see what's in store with that.
So we
Absolutely.
we ask a lot of people, and I did see that you were a fan of Broken Blade or had read Broken Blade when that came out. And as we're
Yes.
talking, I'm wondering, is there any, we ask this a lot, but is there any Deeqy fiction coming out? Do we have any writing aspirations on your end?
Um let's just let's just say my writing skills leave something to be desired. Not a good writer. I'm not good at all. Melissa is an amazing writer, a beautiful writer. I yeah, no. I went for an English tutoring job like a couple of years ago, and they were like, "Hey, just write a story, like just a 2 paragraph story," and I panicked and I wrote a story about a hedgehog, and it was not good, and safe to say they did not hire me.
Oh my god.
Just that is the extent of my writing
Oh.
skills.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, well, you know
Well,
what? The reviews are on point, so we like that.
your research skills, however, are impressive because I saw your video about the same 5 books where you made a whole new account. You made a
Yeah,
whole new account and
yeah,
went through and watched and basically did research. And you had some interesting stats in that video about seeing the same 5 books and
yeah,
what popped up the most, which was not shocking to me. I think you said it was Akatar.
yeah.
And then there's
Always number one.
one other one I can't remember.
It ends with
Yes,
us.
yes. It
It,
ends with us. That's the one. That's the one. Did you
it
find that in your research, clearly what we call white book talk, very vastly different from maybe a black book talk or
yeah,
a diverse book talk? Is it like
yeah.
night and day?
It is. It's night and day. And like it's not just in the books that they promote, but also the way that they promote books. So on diverse book talks you'll see a lot of trigger warnings and captions, and like you'd see like the name of the book on the video as well. There's
Mm-hmm.
not much of that there. Like I saw captions a lot of the time. It was the nature of the video, so it was like the sound, and then they would meme it, but they never like use the caption feature. Even though TikTok has a caption feature and it's like pretty easy to use, and yeah, there was absolutely no trigger warnings. It was not a and like they would recommend books, and I know they are triggering, and I'm like, are you
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Yeah. So the trigger warning thing is a big topic in the community,
Very true.
and
Mm.
I'm assuming you stand on the point of like people should definitely put trigger warnings on their videos.
Yes.
I think I agree. But as someone who started, I didn't really realize, and this is me thinking about when I first started on Book Talk. I didn't really
Mm.
realize that trigger warnings and content warnings were that big of a deal. So some of my earlier videos, I don't do it.
Yeah.
And even in thinking about that, I didn't even know where you could find trigger
Yeah.
warnings and content warnings outside of like Book Talk, right? You go and
Exactly.
read a book, you start opening it, you open it, you read it, and you're like, whoa, whoa, wait
Whoa.
a minute, I didn't realize this was happening. Yes.
Yep.
Literally.
Yeah. Is that something that has happened for you where you were like, is that the reason why you're so adamant about making sure that people talk about trigger warnings? Is that something that happened to you personally where you read a
Yes.
book and you were like, oh, I didn't realize this was in that book?
Right.
Yeah. So, have you guys heard of A Little Life?
Ye-
With
Have
the
we?
with the crying on the cover, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I avoided because everyone was like, "This is gonna rip your soul out," but I didn't see
Yeah.
any trigger warnings, so that's interesting. But they did say it was
It's
gonna like crush my soul.
extremely triggering. I think the Wikipedia page, it's like if you scroll through, it's there's a lot of triggers, and it was just like this. it was just marketed as this sad girl wreck, and I sometimes dabble. I wouldn't say I'm a sad girl TM, but I am a dabbler, and so I was like, hey, let me like read this book. I feel like it would be really good, and like the reviews are amazing. I went into it blind, which my bad. It was
Oh,
extremely triggering, and I was like, yeah, never gonna do that again.
I think I went on Storygraph, and because this was when Storygraph like, first kind of like came out, and I went on
Yeah,
Storygraph and I looked at the trigger warnings, and the list is so long. It's like the length of this video screen. Like it's so.
literally.
Did you ever
And
finish the book?
yeah, I had to resort to audiobook because I was crying so much.
Mm. Oh.
I was like, literally, I was like, ooh, audiobook it is. But thankfully, it, like, to me, it was okay. I was like, okay, I could deal with this, but I would never recommend it on my page. I'm just like,
Mm.
don't read it. It's not worth it.
Oh my
Mm.
god.
That's so interesting,
Yeah.
see that you said looking up on Storygraph, because sometimes I think, something might not be triggering to me. And like,
Mm,
maybe I don't realize. And then here I'm like making a video and I probably should look and see if there are other
yeah.
topics in there that would be triggering to others. So that's a really, really smart point. I didn't realize that
Exactly.
Storygraph had all that.
I
Yeah.
think seeing you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Storygraph does, but that's like user inputted. I usually go for like a database that's linked on my page.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
that
pretty
makes
Oh.
good.
sense.
It
That
has
makes sense.
every book,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I
Deequi,
think
don't look at
seeing
my old videos
you.
and judge me, okay? I'm going to get better.
Well, that listen. That's the past. We're new. We're
Ex-
learning.
Yeah.
We're
exactly.
learning. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? It, as long as like it's done now, it's fine. Like I didn't put trigger
Right.
warnings on my old videos. Looking back, but I do it now, or I at least say, hey, check trigger warnings if I'm like
Yeah.
feeling like, oh, I can't do it today. I was like, yeah, there's
Yeah.
a thing in my bio. Just search up the book. You'll find it.
I love that.
I
I'm going to
love
check it
that.
out.
I just want to say, I think seeing you and like a Amivi, I know for sure, really go up for bat about that. It means a
Mm,
lot in seeing that because I didn't realize it was such a big deal. I remember because didn't see anybody talk about it when I read "Grown" by Tiffany D. Jackson, which is yeah, which is kind of like relevant to like the R. Kelly
yeah.
situation.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't it wasn't too much for me, but I could
Mm,
see how that could be triggering for someone else. And I
yeah.
think she does have like something in the beginning. I think now in the books
Yeah.
saying that there is some touchy subjects in there, but I think it's just so important that what you and I know Amivi does for
Mm.
speaking out about these kinds of things. So it just means I just want to say thank you guys because it's important. It's very important. Um,
Thank you. Thank you.
Moving forward, though, I do want to ask you about book icks, okay?
Ooh.
Yeah. Biggest book ick, right? You open up a book, you're like, I'm not doing this. What is it?
I have so many. Uh, Let me think about
Biggest
this.
one, like the one you're like, I just like this is not happening for me.
Um, if it has a if it has a popular culture reference on the first page, yeah, I almost DNF Get a Life
Interesting.
Chloe Brown because it mentioned Piers Morgan in the first page.
Oh, well, okay. That is one that might make me
Fair
go.
enough, because
"Oh."
he's worth DNFing a book for.
Yes,
Let's
he
be
is.
clear.
Yes, he is.
I literally saw Piers Morgan. I was like, I don't think I can carry on. I can't do it.
Interesting.
For
Pop
me,
culture
it's
references.
slavery. It's slavery. I've been wanting to
Ooh,
read The Yellow Wife, but
yeah.
because it's based in, I really can't do with the whole that look that I just it does not.
Yeah,
work for me. I really can't get past
it's
it. So
it's a lot. Maybe don't read the civil rights era BWWM um books.
oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
I'm good on that. I'm good
No
on
Jim
that.
Crow.
I'm good on that.
No love in the Jim Crow South or whatever it
No.
was.
Oh, the what's it called? What's the one? Redneck Retribution, which we talked about.
Oh no. Oh no.
Sidebar: do you know that the author of that book reached out to Jamila B. Reedon and sent
No.
her an email? Yes, you have, if you're friends with Jamila B. Reading and you're on her mutuals, she talks about how
Yeah.
the author reached out to her.
To
Go on,
what?
yes. When we're done, go. Yes, to talk about like, she's like, I saw your video, and basically like explained herself. Jamila said she explained herself as to why she writes those kinds of books.
Oh,
Mess, big mess.
oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to look up those videos.
You too. You too.
I was just trying to think if there's any ick that I had that made me DNF something, and I did, and it was over Christmas. I started window shopping, and
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
it was talking about like, I don't know if it was that retail in the holiday was triggering to me because I've worked retail for a long time, or that they talked so much about COVID, and I was like, I don't want to read anything
Oh
about like a post-COVID time. I'm like, no, I don't want to read anything about this. This is my
yeah.
escape and my fantasy. So that was one that I was like, do we have to
Huge.
Yeah.
pretend, or can we just like wash all that away?
I feel
Yeah.
like it's too soon to read about COVID stories because we're
Yes.
still in it, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. I don't want to hear
And
about it.
that
I
should have been
just
a trigger warning on that first page because I wouldn't
Right.
have
Like
read it.
this is a COVID-19 story. Like, no, girl, I
Right.
don't want it. Please don't.
it, it's so funny how like COVID stories started coming out in 2021. Like
What?
weird. So
It's
weird.
it's like wow, the devil works fast, but you writers work faster.
This
I've
is true.
I've managed to
This is
avoid
true.
it. I've managed to avoid COVID. I was gonna pick up window shopping because I have it on my Kindle. Not doing that. I Yeah, I'll probably read a Santa
And I saw a lot
story
of
if
people loved it. So, dear Tessa Bailey, I do follow you, and I do think you're excellent. That was one I'll try
Tessa
it
Bailey's
again. It was just
videos.
too soon. It was too soon for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Tessa Bailey's videos. They are so wholesome.
She's on TikTok. Oh man, I'm always
Yeah.
fighting about who. I just found out that RF Kwong is on TikTok too, so
Oh
I'm
yeah,
behind.
Arab Kwang's so
I'm,
cool on TikTok.
I'm so behind. So I want to ask you because it is Ramadan.
Mhm.
Can you give us like some recommendations for books with Muslim coded characters or like with really good like Muslim representation? That would be awesome for us to read or even the listeners as well.
Oh yeah. Um, I have the book right here. Funnily enough.
Yes. Is this
Love
your
from
show and tell?
ATC. No, it's not.
Yay!
This
Okay,
is just
okay,
weird
okay. I've
because
been wanting you to talk about this. Please talk
no.
about it.
So Love from A to Z is it follows two teenagers who meet at an airport, and you follow their love story through each of their diaries. And it's so sweet. The main girl wears a hijab, and she keeps it on
Mm,
throughout the book. Amazing, fantastic. We love to
good.
see it.
Hmm.
And it's so great finding a Muslim girl. Like, yes, she faces Islamophobia, but at the heart of it, it's a love story, and it's so beautiful, and it made me cry. And I will be rereading it this month as well, so I can't
That's
wait.
so cute.
Oh,
I
It's
love
I
a
so
good,
just wrote
sweet.
that
sweet
down.
romance story.
Yeah, and at
I
the
love it.
start,
Oh,
it's got it says this is a love story. Please be warned, or like you've been warned, and it's so cute. It's
that
just
is so cute.
It's about to get sappy.
Oh, I love it.
Oh.
And I love that she keeps her job on. Yes, more of that.
Yeah.
yeah.
More
We
of that, please.
we're not having an elite situation here.
Please. 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 So with that being said, it is time for our show and tell. Every episode, we ask our wonderful guests to bring in something that either represents them or a book that they're reading or something that they really love.
Yeah.
So, Deeqy, what's your show and tell for today?
Okay. I feel like I need to pre-warn you.
Oh, God.
So, one thing about me is if there's a lazy way to do something, I'ma find it.
Okay.
And a TikTok video came up on my For You page like a year and a half ago now, and it was like, hey, here are some reading glasses where you can read laying down.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I want those.
Okay. Are they worth it? Are they worth it, Deeqy? Please.
Absolutely they are.
Model it.
So,
Oh my God.
So it literally is me laying down. I love
need
this
those.
thing. I watch Netflix laying down. I read laying down. It's my best friend. No exaggeration. I think it's my best friend.
This show and tell is so good. I'm buying them. I have one. I've seen people use them, and I want those. Deeqy, I'm so happy that you said that they actually work. I thought it was like BS. I did.
Me too. I thought it was like a scam. I thought it was a
Yeah,
scam.
like
They
Instagram
were.
buys kind of scrap.
And it's I mean,
Yeah, there's like loads
ahead,
of
I'm
mirrors
sorry.
in it. I think that's why like it reflects. I don't know how it works, the science. I don't know, but I love it.
And you can watch
that might
TV,
be the
okay?
best show and tell.
Sorry?
You said you could watch TV fine?
Yeah, I literally watch Netflix laying down on my iPad.
Okay, so when you're reading, this is a question. Like you're laying flat, you're on your back, right? You got your glasses on. Do you have to like put your legs up a little bit to like have the book or the iPad resting on your legs to read it? I'm trying to get a vision of how this works.
Sometimes if I want to get comfortable, but I don't mind just having my legs down and like holding up the book like that.
Okay.
But it
Okay.
is. But when I'm watching Netflix, it's literally just on my tummy or like here, and I'll just have the
Yeah.
glasses.
I will be going on to the Amazon app after this interview. Thank you very much.
Same. I've like done the
Yeah.
poor man's version before. You know how like you change sleeping sides? I have like a little mirror on my nightstand that this is like the laziest thing where I'll turn over on this side, but I can still see the TV's reflection in the little mirror on my nightstand. I need those. I need to
love
upgrade.
that.
Thank you.
Oh my God, that might be the best show and tell. That's
That
so
is,
good.
I'm so excited. See, we're both gonna buy a pair.
I am convinced now because I've been really wanting them. I'm like, I think this is a scam. I thought people were lying to me.
No, you're
Yeah,
gonna see our
you know
TikTok
what?
videos
If you-
next. They're all gonna be us in bed with them on.
If you think something's a scam, just ask me to try it out. I'm so lazy. I will find.
Come on. Yes, beta tester.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love that.
Oh,
Deeqy,
God.
before we transfer into our final segment, I do have a couple other personal questions if you'll indulge.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a good book talk kind of profile of your taste and your style for how you review. What outside of like work, book talk kind of stuff, what do you do in your free time when you're not reading or making amazing Ick reviews?
Ooh. One thing I do, me and my friend were talking about this the other day. Actually, we happen to be double nerds. So I love books, but on top of that, I love movies. I have a black like unlimited card, so I literally pay a one-off fee and go to cinema as many times as I like in a year. Yeah.
What?
I love it that much. I watch all the Marvel movies, usually opening night. I watched Batman opening night. Like I love going to watch movies.
Okay, I have a
love
question.
movies too.
Yeah.
Have you seen Morbius yet?
Yes, and it was terrible.
Wow,
Hey, people
everyone
are
is saying this.
shredding it,
Atrocious.
shredding him.
There was
Give
no
us the
plot.
scoop. How bad was it?
There was no plot. I don't.
Oh,
the bad guy. Why was he the bad guy? He was just there like, I want to kill. Be who you are, and it's like, okay, be who you are, but like, why are you like that? I don't know.
I've yet to
Jared
see
Leto is
anyone say that
cursing in
that movie was
superhero
good. Oh,
movies.
this is so shocking. I'm not a big Jared Leto fan anyway, so
Yeah, he might have been the
whatever.
best
I
part of
thought
that
his
But
movie.
Joker was terrible.
I he might have been the
Oh.
best part of that movie. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I love Matt Smith. I like Doctor Who. I did
Yes.
stop watching after Matt Smith, but he was not. I don't know. I hope they add him into the MCU in another way because he was not doing anything in that movie.
Oh boy. Deeqy, what's one of your favorite movies of all time?
Oh, I would say 10 Things I Hate About You. That's the one I rewatch the most.
Okay, that is a
I
really, really good
yeah,
one.
that's a
it's a
good one.
it's a
Because I always
comfort of
forget about
mine.
that. Is it Andrew Keegan? Keegan is so cute in that.
Oh,
He's the friend. Is his last
oh
name Keegan?
yeah. Is it Jordan? No, not Jordan Gordon Levitt. Is it?
Oh,
Oh,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
But I think
yeah.
it's the. Oh, is it him?
Oh, the popular guy in the movie.
Yes. I
Ooh,
thought it
Oh
was.
yeah.
Yeah, he was cute.
he was
Yeah.
hot.
I love him in that
Oh
movie.
yeah, that was a good one. That was
I
a
think
good one.
every guy in that movie was attractive.
You know what? You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
And those, I
You,
actually love all of those like '90s movies. We had a good
yeah.
streak for a while that was doing like modern Shakespeare takes. O came
Yeah.
out. There was like a lot of really cool, Shakespeare
Yeah.
adaptation things. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the one I don't like, also starring Julia Stiles. Actually, I do like it because I do rewatch it a lot. But
Save
Save
the
the Last
Last
Dance,
Dance. Okay, that's one of my favorites.
I do
Okay.
rewatch it a lot. But that
Live your
ballerina,
dreams.
like
It's
that
not
Julia
as
scene.
hard as it may seem.
Okay.
Gotta
Wait.
work to get the.
Because when that movie came out, first of all, I went to the movie theaters to see it. But when it came
Ooh.
out, yeah, no, I'm very old. When it came out, the whole black community was like, "Oh, that shit was fire." So, in translation, over the years, it has not, it has not stood the test of time.
I haven't watched it in a
I
long
remember
time.
one thing that they said in that movie, and it stuck with me. And it's like, oh, you're milk and he's oil. You just don't mix.
I hated it. I hated it. There's
Years ago, I
another.
had rewatched, and I forgot that Kerry Washington was the sister. Because
Yeah.
you like
Yep.
Because
she
yeah.
got giant on Scandal, and I loved Scandal, and
Mm.
then I had rewatched
Mm.
it. It had to be now like at least 5 or 6 years ago, and I was like, "Shit, that's Kerry Washington. It
Yeah.
was the sister the whole time. I didn't know."
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's so many like prominent actors in that movie. I'm like,
Honestly, yeah.
The other guy, what's the lead guy? I can't remember his name. I haven't seen him in anything in a
Sean
while.
Patrick
yeah.
Thomas.
Ye- Yeah, is that his name? Yeah, I think that is his name.
I don't know. I'm just making up people over here. I don't know. Maybe I think it was.
It's
Sean,
definitely Sean. It's Sean
yeah,
something.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
Wow, that
All
soundtrack was good
right.
though.
We're moving into our last segment. 10
Yeah.
quick wit questions, rapid fire. They're not going to be hard. Very, very easy questions. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Pass
okay.
is
We're
on
going
the
to go
table
back
I'm
and
if you need
forth.
it.
indecisive.
Oh,
Let's just
God.
Okay, you can have an A, B, and C answer if you need. Okay.
Oh, God.
Sarah's like,
yeah. I'm so indecisive. You'll probably get like 10 answers from me.
Oh,
I
God.
like it. I got a Gemini moon friend. I'm all over the place. C's used to it.
All right, Ryan, take it away.
All right, Deeqy at Books and Bants. Are you
Yeah.
ready for some quick wit?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Morning, noon, or night?
Night.
Favorite book growing up or your favorite book from high school?
Okay, favorite book growing up, I can't pronounce it. It's Kanusuke's Kingdom.
Mhm.
It's about a little boy who goes overboard with his dog and ends up on an island
Oh.
and meets an old man and they become friends. And it's a comfort read of mine, even though it's kind of sad at points. But the parents do find him at the end. Spoiler alert. So-
Okay, good. Good.
And high school was Hunger Games because I do love political intrigue.
Yeah.
Such a good one. Where are you a regular?
Ooh. Um, Starbucks.
It's okay. It's all right. Okay. A celeb that's a friend in your head or a celebrity crush that you have.
Ooh. Um, you know what? I'm gonna go with my long-standing crush, and I read him in a book recently. Like he was mentioned in a book, Diggy Simmons. Uh,
Oh
Really?
my gosh,
yeah,
Deeqy. I used to watch Run's House all the
same.
time.
I
He's
I
was
have,
grown up
drawn.
very nicely.
and
That's not a bad.
Diggy's old now. He's like grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, he looks good. He's on
yeah,
the show
Oh,
Grownish, right?
yeah. He is
Yeah.
on Grey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
oh,
he's doing the
that
thing
family is so
and
cute.
looking fine doing
Yeah.
it.
Oh, Diggy, if you're out there, Diggy and Deeqy, we like it.
Okay. I like it.
It's
Yes. Let's
that's really
get
cute. That could be. I mean, that could be a handle. If you could take us anywhere in the world tomorrow, where are we going?
Ooh. Um, this is also kind of basic, but there's this hill in London called Primrose Hill, and you get like a nice view of London, like you see the London Eye, the Shard, and everything. And it's one of like my comfort spots, and I go there all the time. I watch the sunset. I'll take you there.
Sounds beautiful. I like it.
Ooh. Mm.
Do you fall asleep to music, TV, or nothing?
TV, TV all the time, especially Brooklyn Nine Nine.
Oh
I
my
can
god.
quote that in my
TV
sleep,
with the glasses.
With the glasses on.
literally.
I love it.
What is your best Halloween costume ever?
Oh, see, my family didn't celebrate Halloween, but I'll give you the funniest costume I got in a play. So I
Ooh,
was
Take it.
playing
yeah.
African 2. Um and they gave me two pieces of like I don't daishiki fabric.
Oh my
Okay.
Um
god.
they made me
I'm scared. I'm very scared to hear the rest of this answer.
wear it. I had like two lines and it was like welcome to Africa. I don't remember
Oh
the other
my
line.
god.
What a time.
Oh my god. Okay. What is your theme song or your go-to karaoke song?
Karaoke. Oh, I will survive. Gloria
That's a
Gaynor.
good one.
Classic.
I
Mm.
scream that
How
all the
many
time.
books? Oh,
I scream
as
that
you
all the
should.
time
That's a
with my
good one.
lungs.
How many books have you read this year?
I've read 12 out of 100. We are gonna remedy that this month.
That's
Gonna
good. Have you
catch
had
up.
a slow reading month too?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. You know what? I don't know what else I've been doing. Like, I can't even be like, I've been busy. I've literally not read, and that's it. No reason.
No.
All right, last question. What was the last thing to make you smile?
Um, well, first of all, you guys have been smiling nonstop, but maybe
Oh. Us too.
look at me being sweet. Um, my book that I'm currently reading, "Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry" by Joya Goffney.
Yeah,
It's
Fun.
so sweet.
yes.
Love it, love it. You
Oh,
survived. Quick
you
wit.
did
You did
it.
it.
Yeah.
That was concise too. That was good.
You
Okay.
did good. You did
Yeah.
good.
I, you know what? I'm glad I didn't do the thing where I didn't decide. When he said morning, noon, and night, I was like, all of them.
Should like depend. There's so many factors.
Right?
Well, sometimes.
Well, Deeqy, we have really enjoyed you on the show. Please let everybody know where they can find you, wherever you want them to find you. If your Twitter, I mean, if you have a Twitter, Instagram, all the good things. Give them a rundown.
So you can find me at Books and Bants on TikTok and Deeqy Reads on Twitter and Instagram. And
Awesome
follow the Black
sauce.
Readers Collective. You might see my face sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so
Deeqy,
much for
thank you.
being here.
Yeah, this
Thank
has
you
been
for
so much
having
fun.
me.
I've laughed my tail off. I've got Amazon
I
products
can't
to
wait.
buy and a new book to buy. Thank you so much for digging into my pocket.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here to do.
Deeqy showed up with the robbery over here. Just
I know, right? Thanks again, Deeqy.
No
thank you,
worries.
thank
Thank you
you.
for having me, guys. It's been amazing. Thank you.
She was so cute.
I love her. I love
I
her.
loved her. I loved her. She was so honest, very funny,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Glowing, like honestly just glowing. And I
Yes.
just do it, just she makes me just feel all like gooey. I don't know. And
No.
even with like the quick and kind of like in her terms that her hater comments, they all I don't know if it's just who she is or the voice or but it all is like I could listen to you hate on people all day. It's
Same.
just and it make I don't know. That she is so funny.
And listen, I can't wait to get these lazy glasses, these lazy reading glasses. Let's talk about it for just for like a second. Like,
Well, and also, I think we take lazy off the table and we just call them easy. Easy glasses. You know, I don't want to get down on myself but I want them. You heard me. I put a freaking mirror on my night.
I mean, but
My
if you look them up on Amazon, I think they're called lazy reading glasses.
Oh shit,
So
they are actually. I want to rebrand. I don't want
I know,
to.
right?
I will not take that moniker. No.
I think that might have been my favorite show and tell so far.
It is, honestly, and we've had so many good ones, but as soon as I could see the tip of them and I was like, what is Deeqy about to pull out? And then I was like, I really have seen a lot of those posts and I've wanted them.
I have been
Because that is
wanting them
hard to
too.
prop yourself and try to then hold the book and, sometimes your eyes get all tired and strained. That is so smart.
It's gonna be a game changer for my late night reading. Cannot wait. Cannot wait.
I love that.
I loved it.
Also, Love
I
from A to Z.
I have it on my list. I really want to read
Sounds
it. It
really
sounds so freaking
cute.
cute, right? A
And I like that
nice,
there
really
was like a be
cute.
prepared warning in the front. Like, be prepared. This is a love story.
I
That is
love
really
that.
cute.
I love that so much. It's so cute, and I
And that
love
was
that she
actually a
said
really
that.
great question for you to ask about a good Muslim wreck of like, where are, I mean, you don't see it often. And so that was
Right.
I was like, oh, good question. See, good, good, good. So I'm
I
excited to
know
add that to my
she
list.
did some like a while ago, like a video of like recommendations with like Muslim characters, but
Yes.
I couldn't really remember all
Yep.
of them. And I know she had actually been talking about Love from A to Z, but I hadn't seen her like actually like I don't think she did like a review on it or whatever. But she said I saw that I wanted to ask her all the tabs. You see that she had it like tabs? Did you see that?
It looks scary. And
I
meanwhile,
wanted
I'm
to.
like, that is not a lazy reader, friend. No, no, no.
Okay, like I don't know who you're trying to fool out here, but it's not us.
It's like, wow, no, it was good. That
It
was
looks
so
like
fun.
homework.
Also interesting the amount of that Deeqy said the amount of British book talkers that she never sees pop up, and there were a couple of those names. I do the compulsive book buyers you had sent me
Love those girls.
because that's the two girls.
Yes.
Yeah, they are gorgeous and really funny. I like them too.
So
Yeah.
gorgeous. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I thought was interesting how she said that basically like American book talk and British book talk are like two different worlds.
Okay, were you surprised though?
Not surprised, but embarrassed. Because
Well,
why are Americans talking about sex all the time?
Well, it's half.
Horny
It's like,
bastards.
okay, are we embarrassed or are we like, yes, you be proud to talk about your sex life? And then half me was like, of course, America is being freaking smutty talk over here.
Right.
Damn, y'all.
And the Brits are like, yeah, we read literary fiction. I'm like, fuck.
Their romance is that like slow burn, like, oh man, Mr. Darcy kind of stuff. So that was,
Right.
I did think that was fun. There's, I guess, no Dr. Dill over.
Which I loved, by the way. I loved dating Dr.
Oh, you did?
Dill. Yeah. Yeah, I did. And I
Well,
loved.
tell the world, Miss America, because this is our MO.
All right, we're reading about sex over here, baby. None of that literary trash.
That, I mean, I bet that's true. And you know what's funny? I do actually look at, I don't know if you've ever looked at your little pie thing. I never really care about the number of followers I have because honestly, even the videos we've had two recently, both of us have had one where that has like blown up and I can't keep track of, it's like overwhelming to me. So I never look at how many followers, but I do love that pie chart of like, I started getting followers in Portugal and I was like, I did. And I love looking at like where my British pie is. I'd be
Yeah.
interested to see how many of Deeqy's followers come from Britain versus the US. I bet a lot are from the US.
Yeah, I feel like she has a lot of U.S. Followers or like friends, especially with being in the Black Readers Collective. So I can only imagine. I never look at my analytics on TikTok. Maybe I should start doing that more. I don't look at
only
the pie. I don't look at the pie chart.
Yeah, that's the only one I look at. And I think it's just because I make myself feel cool. Like I've got friends like a lot of international friends. I
You
don't
do
know
have
why.
a lot of international. You have a lot of them. 15,000, right? Is that where we're at?
17.5. You better respect my name.
My bad. How dare
No,
me?
it's all nonsense. And honestly, half of them, it's that weird thing. That's why followers are so interesting because all of a sudden you get like, I got 1,000 over the past week, and I don't think there's been any likes or anything like that. It's just been like the giant follow back stuff, and I'm like, what?
And I'm glad you brought that up because she has like really impactful, like she has like what I assume to be like a lot of engagement, even though she doesn't have that many followers. She has a lot of engagement on her videos because she's making some valid points. She's doing something that's really different, and I don't think a lot of people on TikTok really I don't know how to say this. Like I don't think a lot of people like people just want like I guess like a front facing thing, kind of like a facade. Maybe that's the word, right? And Deeqy's pretty real on her page, so I appreciate her for that. But her engagement, she always has like good engagement on her videos, though. So you're
That's
absolutely
why-
right.
Yep, the number is. I think that's one of my has become one of my like immediate swipe past if people are talking about followers, and only because. So I've got 17.5, right? Deeqy has 6. Deeqy's engagement, likes on the videos, comments on the videos, and engagement wipes my ass out every time. I mean, there's not even a comparison. So to your point, I think sometimes people are just like collecting people. Like I feel like I've probably been collected by a lot of people, but then they'll never see or say anything to me again. And
Yeah.
so it's honestly the accounts that have that tighter group of people that is the coolest because it's actually it feels more real. Like I would be hard pressed to say I'm sure there's at least a couple thousand in mine that are probably bots or who freaking know. You know what I mean? 17.5 for it was like I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah. So
But,
I enjoyed her
she's
so much.
so fun, and I swear I'm about to buy us. I should just buy them right now. I'm gonna
No, yeah, I
live on the air. I'm gonna send you your glasses right now.
as soon as we get off the thing, I'm going on to Amazon. So let's wrap this up so I can go buy them.
Wrap it up. Thank you, Deeqy, for coming. That was so fun, so cool.
love,
Our
love,
first
love, love.
international guest.
Yes.
We did
So
it.
you guys, please make sure you're following us on our TikTok page. We are at sierra.and.ryan. And we are also on YouTube at sierra.and.ryan.talktok. Or just, hit the link in the description, honey. It's easier for all of us,
Very much. Yes.
And remember that we are on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts.
Airing bi-weekly
Yes.
all year long.
All year. all year long.
We're in for the long haul, friend.
We
You're stuck
really
with me.
are. Yes. Bye, you guys.